guys, Griff here, and today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to install and use some of the basic functions of Davinci Resolve 16. Now, Davinci Resolve 16 is, in my opinion, the best alternative to Adobe, because I was trying to use the free version of Adobe and it was like, no, you must pay for it now. So I did some researching and figured out that Davinci Resolve 16 is completely free. So it is really, really good if you don't want to have to spend money, but you still want really good and high quality editing software. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do is to go to the link in the description, and it's going to take you to this website. Now, you're going to want to press download here. Now, you're going to want to install Davinci Resolve 16, not Davinci Resolve Studio, because I believe that Davinci Resolve Studio, you must pay for it. So if you don't want to pay for it, just go to Davinci Resolve 16. And depends on what computer you're running this from, but I'm on a Windows, so I'm going to press Windows. Then it's going to come up with this, and you're going to have to fill it out, but you don't have to fill it out with real things. You can just put in a fake name if you don't want to put your real name. Okay, once you've filled this out, then you're going to want to press this register and download button right here, and it will start installing this thing in the left. If it doesn't install, you can click the link right here, and it should start installing. Now, once it's done installing, you're going to want to click on this little arrow and click open. Then it's going to take you into here, and if you see, there's 3 different sentences here, and you're going to want to click on the downloads one, or whichever one is before this thing. Then it should already be highlighted, Davinci Resolve 16. You're going to want to right click and press extract all. Doesn't really matter where you extract it, but if you're running out of space, you can change it. Now, once that's done installing, it should show this folder. You can see one of them has a little zipper, and one of them doesn't. You're going to want to click on the one that does not have a zipper, and you're going to want to double click and then double click on this. Now it's going to show up with this, and just press install. It should pop up with this, and you're going to want to press next. If the next button, if you can't click it, just wait a couple of seconds. It's probably still installing. It will show up with this license agreement and just accept it. Then it's going to pop up with this, and you're going to want to press finish. Now it should have made 2 icons in your desktop. You're going to want to click on the one that has color, or the one that just says Resolve and not Davinci Resolve. Now, I have already installed it, so it's not going to pop up for me, but if it's your first time installing it, it should say something like you can select like how you want it to look, and it doesn't really matter what you press. If you're familiar with one already, then just select that one. I selected Adobe Premiere Pro. Okay, so here you can import a new project by pressing New Project, and it should open up to something that looks relatively like this. And then you're going to want to right click right here and click Import Media. Okay, now I've imported a video. It's one of my old Game Dev Tycoon videos. Then you're going to right click and press Create New Timeline using selected clips. And then you can name it. Now, bam, you have your video imported into Davinci Resolve 16. So now, finally, you have finished installing it and setting it up, and we can get to the basics of things to do. So first of all, cutting out clips. That's a big one. So let's say I wanted to cut out right here. So I'm going to put my red little cursor wherever I want it to be, and you can see over here the timestamp. So you're going to want to put it where you want to start your cut. So say I want to cut out this sentence. And today, me and my dad are going to be playing Game Dev Tycoon. So I'll go back to right before I said the sentence. Once I'm there, I'm going to press these little scissors, and then I'm going to go to the end of the sentence that I want to cut out. Me and my dad are going to be playing Game Dev Tycoon. And I'm going to press cut again. Now I'm going to click on, see how there's 3 different like sections right here? There's 1, 2, 3. I'm going to click on the one in the middle, or the one that I just made 2 cuts around. And I'm going to press the delete key on my keyboard. And now bam, I've cut out that sentence. So now let's listen to the beginning again. Julian here, and today...
Hey guys.
See? So that's how you cut out things. Next is how you edit sound. So say it's like too loud, like this is before I edited, so it's probably really loud right here.
Hey guys.
Yeah, see that was a little bit, if you look down here, you can see the volume level got high, and if you look over here on the right, you can see that it hit the red.
Hey guys.
Right there. So you're going to want to click down here, and it should take you to this. Now you'll be able to see your different clips and your different audio levels. So you can see that a lot of this was way too loud. So let's just turn that down real quick. So say you have a bunch of clips and you want to turn all of them down at once. you're going to want to left click and highlight the clips you want to change, or you're going to press inspector and you're going to want to press audio. And this will let you change the volume more precisely. So once you've selected or done the inspector thing, if you're selecting it, you're going to click on this little line and drag it down, and it's going to change your volume. But if you want to do multiple clips at once, you select both clips, go to inspector, and then type in, here, let's just type in a number that'll make it really low. There, negative 12.96, so it's going to be really quiet now. And if you listen,
Hey guys, Julian here, and today,
Hey guys.
you can barely hear it. So that's how you change audio. The next thing is color. If you click on this little color wheel here, you'll be able to see color. Over here you'll have your different clips, so I'm going to click on clip 1, and then I'm going to say I want to make it green. I'm going to click on lift and make it a little bit green, and this circle will change it differently, and then gain will change it a little bit, and then offset will change it. So if we wanted to make it green, we can change all the different types of green that we want it to be. We can have a little very light green, a bluish green, make it a little bit more yellow. So yeah, that's how you change color. So those are the basics of how to edit in Davinci Resolve 16. Once you're done, you're going to want to go over here and click on this quick export, and you can like select whether if you like want to publish it directly to YouTube or Vimeo or just your computer. So H dot whatever. I don't know if that's different for everyone, but that'll be for your computer. And then you'll press export and it'll download it onto your computer, and then you can go, it'll download it wherever you tell it to download it, and then you can go publish it to YouTube or wherever you're going to put it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I'll see you next time. Bye!